Hello and welcome to the Superhero Hub. I'm Sam,
I'm Matt.
and it's times like this where I just can't help but feel a little bit
Oh God.
powerless. Oh, you feel the same. Anyway, on with the review. Today we're going to be reviewing.
Powerless.
Yep.
Wow.
And this episode is called Green Furious. Now, I know what you're thinking. Um, I guess American viewers, because it's not syndicated in the UK, the episode order's a bit off. Now, Emergency Punch Up, the one where they're stuck in the office, that was supposed to be moved to another episode slot because obviously there was a gas attack in the episode and a gas attack in the real life. So apparently the episodes were supposed to be moved about, and as a result, this episode was supposed to be Van v Emily: Dawn of Justice, where it kind of really nothing happens, but like the big thing is like Teddy gets saved by Green Fury, and then which is why it's kind of way into her in this episode. But because the episode order's thrown off, many people will probably be thinking, "Oh, how come he's proper bumming off her for when we've never seen her before?" And she's never been mentioned before, but it turns out the episode before she featured in it. But because I think it affected some people in the US and most of the people in Canada, but it's kind of all over the place. So yeah, so this episode starts with Emily saving Green Fury from like a firebomb, and then she gets given a little device so she can call on her whenever. Back at the office, she is she gets invited to a board meeting, and it's just like, yo, sit there and kind of look pretty, you know what I mean? Just kind of
I'm
boot
back.
bootlick, as it were, and kind of just be a yes man.
Yeah.
And they're doing the poncho, little poncho, um, the Wayne security thing, and that sales are low, so they're trying to increase the revenue on that. So Emily decides to pipe up, as she does, and she thinks, oh, if we could get a celebrity endorsement, and then they're all kind of laughing at her, and she presses a button, and Green Fury comes in, and she's kind of gets her on board, and then it's kind of a moral thing that kind of um, Emily's in charge of kind of doing a commercial, and obviously she is morally thinking, oh, I don't really want Green Fury to be a part of this because it's baggage. I mean, Green Fury looks good, the actress looks nice, and they spent some money on the effects. She flies off quite a few times. Obviously, you've got Teddy, but even though many people don't know because the episode mess up, he's kind of bumming off Green Fury, and then there's like the focus group, isn't there? And like he goes in there with like that whack jacket, and like he manages to like annoy all the women there and stuff like that. And then he turns like uber feminist and is wearing the guy liner and the kind of feminist T-shirt, and is like being all friendly and stuff like that, trying to pull girls. And really, it's just an effort to garner the attention of Green Fury, who is kind of sidelined, as it were, because like instead of her heroic feats being recorded, as with most people non-super, all the headlines are just like, oh, she's putting on weight, she's eating donuts, and because obviously there's apparently been a breakup with the Olympian.
Mm. Was the Olympian introduced before as well? Or
Yeah,
is it
because they're in the Aquaman episode, because they were all thinking that the kind of guy in the office was the Olympian, but it turned out he wasn't, I guess. So yeah, he'd featured in there, and the kind of in kind of tow with the kind of feminist stuff, instead of Green Fury doing the hot commercial, the Olympian ends up doing it and is like rubbing down the green car. It scantily clad, as it were. What was your opinion on that?
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it's kind of funny, you know. I think the episode we also had Jackie and what's the weird one's name?
Wendy.
Wendy. He had that with the kid. I think because the episode tend to focus a bit on Jackie and a bit on Danny Pudi, Teddy. I think they, for me, are probably the strongest characters on the show. I think it worked the best. Jackie might be the MVP of the show so far, just because.
You're not bombing off Van Wayne anymore, no.
No, but it's not like, I mean, he wasn't really a particularly big part of the episode, was he? He was just there to kind of sit in a room with Emily. And, you know, I think he probably works better that way. I don't know if you can get through an entire season focusing on Van Wayne about losing the will to live. I think he works better in small doses. The thing with, you know, the whole not knowing who Green Fury was didn't really bug me. I didn't really catch on that we should have known her. I just assumed she was some sort of hero in the city. The feminist thing, yeah, I guess if you're gonna make a joke about it, that's what you do, you know.
Feminism is no joke.
I mean, it's got to a point where I don't think the show is terrible anymore. I still don't think it's great though.
So you're feeling average still.
Yeah.
I'm where I really enjoy. I enjoy each episode. I look forward to it every week, and I guess I will come out and say that yeah, maybe I am waiting for the big ha moment. You know what I mean? Kind of still waiting for my sides to split and there to be like a really funny episode, because at the moment everything's crossed in the sense that I would like it to be renewed for a second season, but I mean, who knows? I'm hoping for it though, because I do think it's a solid show. I like the kind of Wendy stuff, her being kind of brought to the forefront and stuff like that, and she's a kind of uh, dibby, I guess, you know, very childish and stuff like that. I think it can be. I mean, it's a comedy. You've got to have some sort of like doofy character like that, because you've got to think everyone's kind of serious and stuff like that. I'd say you said Jackie is the MVP, as it were. I've got to drop it and say I think Ron is.
Ron, really? Okay.
Yeah, I think Ron's great. I think his voice is funny. Just the way he speaks and stuff like that, that makes me laugh, and his enunciation on the things. He's like the kind of, he's like a George Takei kind of character. Yeah, he way makes me laugh.
I like the stuff with Teddy in the episode. I think the thing with the coat was funny, the way he freaked out on the woman and it's turned into a right douche. I thought that was good. I think I would pick Jackie as the MVP of the show simply because I think she's the one character on the show I think you can stick with anyone else and it will be funny. And you find some way of her finding humour with whoever the hell you got her with. I don't think that works with every combination in the show. I don't think if you stick Van with Wendy, it's going to be funny. I think you're going to be annoyed by both of them. But I think you can stick her with anyone and that will work. So far.
Yeah. Let's talk numbers.
7. It was okay. It was not bad. I didn't hate watching it, but 2 weeks from now, I'm not going to remember it.
So, I mean, what are you kind of expect? Do you think the rest of the season is just going to be average episodes?
I think, yeah. I mean, how many episodes are we in now? What's this, like 10, 11, something like that? It's got to be around 10, isn't it?
I think it's like 8 or 9.
Okay, that's around 10. That'll do. I mean, that's enough for me to think it's not suddenly going to become great. It's not. No, it's the same writers, it's the same writing room. I could sit through a second season if it improves, but so far I don't think I'm gonna see anything amazing come around the corner.
Well, I think credit to them, they've got average down. You know what I mean? So I mean, if it kind of holds steady, as it were, And
Oh yeah, if it was anything like it was for the first 2 episodes, I would have been pulling my hair out by now. It's definitely improved.
yeah, so if it just holds steady till the end of the season and then it gets renewed for a second one, they can make better improvements, and I think the second season will be a world apart. But at the moment, there's kind of been no announcement yet, and to be honest, I am what can only be described as nervous. So
Really?
yeah,
I know you like the show, but are you actually nervous?
yeah, I want it to get renewed.
Okay.
Of course, I want it to get renewed. So yeah, that is our review of Green Furious, the 8th or 9th episode of Powerless, maybe. I'm Sam,
It was definitely an episode on that.
and this has been the Superhero Hub. See you in the next episode.